The NFL playoffs are here, and it's time to dominate the sports books. Stay tuned for my 6 best bets for Wildcard Weekend. Welcome, football fans, to another edition of IDP Plus Bets. What is up, folks? I am your host, the D-Gen Doc, and we are in one of the greatest slates of football. I mean, we just have to take a second. I have to take a second to appreciate 5 straight days of playoff, postseason, win or go home, do or die football. What a time to be alive. Recording this on Thursday night, coming off an absolute thriller of Notre Dame taking down the Penn State Nittany Lions there. Awesome game. But look, folks, I know you're here for the real deal, the NFL, the National Football League. For those that are new to this show, give out 6 offensive prop bets, starting with the lowest odds and gets higher to get you excited. Look, we've been hitting some nice ones recently. I'll start us off with a nice plus 130, but we will finish with a 15-1 on a single prop today. So I hope you are excited. Look, we're coming off running really nice. We're definitely hitting nice on these long shots. 2 weeks ago, we hit a 3-1 and a plus 350. Last week, going 2, 3, and 1 void with the Chase Brown, him being active. But we hit a plus 230 with Tyler Algier and a 5-1 on Jalen Nailor. So we are heating up at the right time, going into Wild Card Weekend. It's the playoffs. Everything means more. And without further ado, let's get it rolling here. First up, we're going to head on over to Tampa Bay, and we're talking about their stud rookie running back, Bucky Irving. Give me Bucky Irving 100-plus rush yards at plus 130. Now, not only do I love the player, I mean, it's pretty obvious to see why you would not love, or there's no reason not to love Bucky Irving. As a rookie, he is making incredible moves, really through the rushing game. He does do some in the receiving game, but he's a bulk through the rushing game. Kind of seen him morph into that number one back. Rachaad White kind of getting some of those passing downs. But situation is he's hit this in 3 out of his last 6 games, and Washington is just simply very bad against the run. When Jonathan Allen came back from his injured pectoral muscle, I thought they were going to be much improved on the defensive line. That is simply not the case. They've been getting torched, whether it was Dallas last week or the Atlanta Falcons 2 weeks ago. But yeah, both, between Trey Lance, Rico Dowdle, Bijan, Algier, both went over 100 combined there to the running back. And I like Bucky Irving to really get it going here because I think Tampa needs him to get going in order to win this game. You do have Marshawn Lattimore coming back. And, it's been well documented, the Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans kind of rift. But it's real because it's a real matchup. Like, Marshawn Lattimore is one of the only people that can really kind of lock down Mike Evans. He definitely limits him in his regard. Washington giving up over 134 or 38 yards per game on the ground and 4.8 yards per carry. I like Tampa Bay in this game to be up. I like them to try to control the game with the running game, and I like Bucky Irving to run wild. So give me him 100-plus rush yards at plus 130. Next guy up, we're going to a Saturday game, and we're going to Baltimore. We are going to none other than Mr. Isaiah Likely, 40-plus receiving yards at plus 150. A guy who has fallen off a little bit in this Baltimore offense. He really kind of started the season off hot. Obviously missed winning that game against the Chiefs by a mere toe for Isaiah Likely. But I like the matchup, and I like the situation here. You have no Zay Flowers for the Baltimore Ravens. They're by far best wide receiver. Now, Pittsburgh already struggles against the tight end historically, especially this season, and a lot of attention is going to immediately go to Mark Andrews, as it should. But Isaiah Likely is going to be a nice fill-in. Let's be honest, he runs more like a wide receiver than a tight end. I think he's going to need to get involved here. So give me his 40-plus at plus 150. First game against Pittsburgh, he had 75 yards to lead the Ravens in receiving. And I think he's going to need it. Look, it's a good matchup. They need him with no Zay Flowers. They're going to want to run the ball, absolutely. But Pittsburgh is a better rush defense than they are a pass defense. Lamar's going to have to use his arm to go ahead and have success. And I think Isaiah Likely is going to be the benefit of that Zay Flowers injury. So give me 40 plus at plus 150. All right, heading to the Monday night game. We're talking was supposed to be in LA, just recently got moved to Arizona due to the fires out there in California. First and foremost, prayers up for anybody who has been affected by that or is being affected by that. Hopefully, everyone is safe and okay out there. But we're going with Matt Stafford, and we're going with Matt Stafford 275 plus pass yards at 2-1 here. This is a situation where this Minnesota pass defense, for as good as their defense is holistically, their pass defense is susceptible. In the first matchup in this game, Stafford went for 279 there against Minnesota, and Minnesota on average is giving up 242 yards per game. I mean, you got Puka Nacua, you got Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee is back, Demarcus Robinson, Tutu Atwell. I think these wide receivers are going to be able to get loose against this Minnesota pass defense. And, this rush defense for Minnesota, as bad as their pass defense is, their rush defense is amazing. So I really like Matthew Stafford. They're 275 plus passing yards at a nice 2-1. I really like the price that we're able to get there. Sorry, my cat is deciding to join the program today. All right. So moving on here, what a great time to tell you about some of the awesome things we got going over here on IDP Plus. That's right, IDP Plus. Our memberships. I mean, hey, join the club over at IDP Plus, where we have exclusive articles, content just for our members, and there's different levels of membership. You can use that promo code PROPS for 20% off. Again, that is access to tools, data, articles, and a subscriber Discord that only our subscribers get access to there. All right. Also want to tell you guys about some deals we have going on with some of the sportsbook here at Fanduel. IDPplus.com/Fanduel. $50 in bonus bets when you deposit $10. And no, we do not discriminate because we also IDPplus.com/DraftKings. Get $50 in bonus bets when you deposit $50. All right, folks, we got 3 more bets I want to talk about, and then we're going to get up on out of here. The next one, we are going to go to the link, and we are going to head over to Philly to talk about this matchup on Sunday with the Packers and the Eagles. And specifically, I want to target Jaydenreed, wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, 70-plus receiving yards at plus 245. Starting to get up there, getting some juicy prices now. Couple things here. No Christian Watson. Christian Watson, torn ACL. Likely going to be fine a little bit more there, but he's done for the year. We can talk about Christian Watson in the offseason, his outlook for next season. Wouldn't expect much early on. So really that just means they've got to replace one of their top wide receivers. Now, Jaydenreed, is a guy who week 1 against these Philadelphia Eagles, he went off. He had, 138 yards against this team. In the that was just receiving. He also had a 33-yard touchdown on the ground. But he's going to have to find a little bit of that magic. No Christian Watson. And I think they're going to have to put up some points here to keep up with this Philadelphia offense. And clearly he's had success. I think, LaFleur is a coach that he can really scheme some guys open. I think he's going to look at this and realize I need to create some explosive plays. And without Christian Watson, Jaydenreed has to be that guy to create some of these explosive plays here. All right. We are going to continue on here. 2 more plays, and I want to go to the game on Sunday, the first game on Sunday, and that is between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. So we're going to go with Javonte running back for the Broncos, 40-plus receiving yards at a nice 7-1. Plus 700 for Javonte Williams to go. Oh, and I'm just realizing there's Javonte Williams. There it is. 40-plus receiving yards at 7-1 there. Now, he hit this number just last week. He went for 50 receiving yards. Sean Payton has been very puzzling, a bit frustrating to kind of figure out how his running backs are going to be situated. He's really kind of a running back by committee. He's been trying to figure out. Now, it seems that Jaleel McLaughlin is kind of their leading rusher. He's going to be their first down back, maybe first, second down. But Javontewilliams is definitely still has a soft spot in his heart. And in every passing situation, seems like Williams is in the game. Again, he had 50 receiving yards just last week. This is a game where I do expect the Broncos as a 8.5, 9-point underdog to be down and needing to pass the ball. So based on the situation, the game script, I love Javontewilliams and his receiving yards here, and I'm going to go the 40-plus route for 7-1. All right, folks, kind of, bury the lead a little bit with this, but this is a 15-1 play for our long shot, the official long shot. That is right. The 7-1 was not the official long shot. It's sticking in that same game. And this is a game where I do expect there to be a little bit more points than people may think. I think this has some shootout potential. Buffalo Bills offense has been one of the best units in all of football this year. Denver's defense has been good, but I think that they're going to have to also score some points because I think Josh Allen, especially with the playoffs where they're going to tell him, hey, we need you to do everything you can to get this done. I think that this Denver offense is going to be able to score some points. The Buffalo Bills defense down the stretch has been giving up points left and right. I know they sat some guys last week when they took the loss to Joe Milton, but, against the Rams, against the Lions, against teams that have a pulse, they were giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards. And I like one guy in particular to find the red zone, and that is the tight end there for the Broncos, Nate Adkins. Yes, Nate Adkins, and his number is 15-1, plus 1,500 for one guy to find the end zone. This is a guy who's found the end zone 3 times this year. He is, out of tight ends, he leads their tight ends in receiving touchdowns. He's tied for 3rd on the team in receiving touchdowns. I love Nate Adkins here. I think he, in a game where there's going to be a decent amount of touchdowns, 15-1 for a guy who's already found the end zone 3 times this year. I just think that price is outrageous. And I like Adkins to go ahead and start this wildcard weekend off with a bang. I really like him to find the end zone there. I think the price is just too juicy. All right, folks, we're going to do a quick recap of all the bets I gave out there, the 6 bets, and then we're going to get up on out of here. First up, Tampa Bay Bucks running back Bucky Irving, 100-plus rushing yards at plus 130. Next, we have Ravens tight end Isaiah Likely, 40-plus receiving yards at plus 150. Matthew Stafford, quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, 275-plus pass yards plus 200. We've got Jaydenreed, Green Bay Packers wide receiver, 70-plus receiving yards at plus 245. We've got Denver Broncos running back Javontewilliams, 40-plus receiving yards at plus 700. And then finally, the official long shot, give us Denver Broncos tight end Nate Adkins, anytime touchdown at a nice, juicy 15-1. All right, folks, that is going to do it here for our wild card weekend. Again, I hope you enjoy an awesome 5-day stretch of football, obviously with the 3 days dedicated to the NFL. Hey, we've been hitting some of these long shots, past 2 weeks. We've hit kind of 4 of the above 3-1 plays there. So don't just think because the number's so high that you shouldn't be throwing it on it. Because that is honestly, don't have to go 4-2, 5-1 to be profitable when you have the long shots. And that's kind of the premise of the show. So, hey folks, from here at IDP Plus, I hope you have a wonderful time with enjoying the football games. And of course, don't forget to check out idpplus.com for those awesome memberships. All right, I will be back next week. It's going to be the divisional round. Probably won't be doing 6, only 4 games. So I want to make sure I'm giving out bets that obviously I feel really confident about. So we'll see, maybe 4. We'll see what's kind of sticking out to me. But, even with the 6 games, there were 6 clear angles I really like. So who knows? But hey, folks, from the DJ Doc here at idpplus.com and the cat's tail. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back next week.
Thank you for watching the IDP Plus YouTube network. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Be sure to tap the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new content.